And I think one of the things that's very clear is there are a lot of operations that are being shut. So let's just kind of talk about what I call structural changes. And that's not a surprise because, again, there's been lots and lots of research out there about the number of retailers that will exist post 2025. And I think most people, and I would probably concur with this view, and it's something that I've always held a view of anyway, that by 2025, there will be fewer retailers, and there's subjectivity as to what that number would be. But in my own mind, I'd kind of always thought you'll see a reduction between 20 and 25% naturally by 2025. Of course, this is not new because obviously you will have seen a number of manufacturers have announced restructures. So you'll be familiar that Vauxhall have done that, Honda, Ford, and actually what they've done, those manufacturers, I think, have taken a responsible approach to recognizing that they want to protect their viability. So I think, commend those three manufacturers for making those tough decisions, but fundamentally it's the right thing to do for protecting the viability. So you'll have some of those shutdowns happen now, and I think all that COVID-19 has done is accelerate that decision far faster to now. And again, obviously you've seen lots of coverage around that. So you'll have the structural closures, and I guess what I would say is a lot of these will be the smaller businesses that will go. And of course, if you've got a kind of hub and spoke territory or a market area, you'll basically have the smallest one go. Is what you'll see there. So clearly, let's just say it's 20% is my gut feel. Maybe 15 to 20% will happen in the next 12 months. We're already seeing that accelerate. So you might see maybe, I think 4,500 retailers today. I could see that maybe dropping down to just about 4,000 maybe in the next 12 months. There's a lot of momentum that's been taking place now on this particular topic. A lot of big groups are doing that. So I think that will happen. Secondly, I think some people are taking the decision to evaluate their cost base in expectancy of a declining market. So the latest SMMT forecast for 2021 is 2.1 million. Now that's a decline on 2019. No point in looking at 2020, but it's a decline on 2019 of 7%. So some retailers are clearly anticipating a tougher time, and they're taking cost actions, which again, well documented, and you'll be aware of that. And then you've also got a sort of an interesting dynamic that's almost been created as a result of lockdown, because I think what people are looking at all of a sudden is actually looking at the model and are realizing that there are some efficiencies that potentially can be driven, because when you look at the productivity that's coming out of the operations today, you're seeing a significantly higher productivity with less people. So some groups are taking advantage of that. I guess so those three dynamics: network reorganization, some people looking at cost base in anticipation of a declining market, and then thirdly, this dynamic around productivity that's come through as a result of reactivating post-lockdown. They will be one or two or three of the reasons why groups are doing this now.